Welcome back, everyone. If this is your first time here, thanks for stopping by.
Well, Leros has been very good to us. We have really enjoyed this island. We've stayed in many anchorages around the island so far, and it's been great everywhere we've been. So it's about 6:30 this morning, and we are getting ready to go to Turkey. So pretty excited about that. As you can see, it's very glassed off. So we are not expecting to sail much. It'll be about a 4 to 5 hour motor to get over to Turkey. We can see it from here. It's a stone's throw, but because of our standard motor speed at about 4.5, 5 knots, it'll take us that long to get there. So looking forward to it. What a time in Greece. So the Greek-Turkish waters are definitely patrolled pretty actively. So we're coming up on the border. We'll get there in about an hour, but just showing you what we can see from here. That's one on one side, and that's another on the other. We're gonna miss Greece.
Oh, love Greece.
Yes.
But it's time.
It is time.
Time to move to Turkey.
Yay. So here we are. We can actually see Turkey.
About 5 miles off the coast.
Yeah. So we're going to switch our flags from the Greek flag to the Turkish flag.
Yay.
Yay.
Here we are. Turkish flag ready
Turkish
to go up.
flag.
Here she comes.
Goodbye to Greece. I like your line holder. So we have the yellow, it's called a quarantine flag.
Courtesy flag.
Courtesy flag. Underneath the Turkish courtesy flag. And this actually shows that we are coming into port but have not yet checked into the country. And Turkey, here we come. Filling up. So first item of importance down, we got here and got fuel, and it's, I think, the cheapest, not the cheapest, it's the least we have paid for fuel so far, so we'll take it. And now we're just waiting for our check-in agent, who will, we've already started our paperwork with him. He'll see all of our papers in person, and then will take us to the immigration services. So, one step closer.
Yeah, buddy.
So when we arrived, we got here with a very, very dirty boat. And so part of our process here is that we have to top up our tanks with water. So we are in the Didim marina, and it is €10 to top up our water. And washing the boat, she was quite salty. We made it to Turkey!
Yeah, buddy.
All checked in.
It was easy.
Yeah, let's get in the water.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
So we're just waking up in Turkey and admiring how beautiful, glassy, calm everything is right now. But look at this skyline. It's foggy. When we left Greece yesterday, we left in a fog as well, and this is really the first time that we've had this much on the water, so it's really kind of crazy to see. It's hard to tell the skyline from the waterline. And the calm, clear waters. Didim has been very beautiful with a beautiful sunset, an epic moonrise, and what a beautiful morning to wake up to. I'm waving at my shadow. Yeah. It gets pretty hot cooking, especially now that it started to warm up. And the humidity level has certainly spiked as well, but I found the coolest place in the boat right now. It's like standing under a swamp cooler. It's so breezy. Check it out. Draws in from the front and goes right out the back. What are you working on?
Well, our little outboard is not working very well. It's basically just stopped working. So, testing the resistance between my spark plug wire. The spark plug wire goes into the spark plug. And the ground for the coil. So we're checking the ignition coil up inside. You can see it up inside there, maybe not. So then I just take the red, hold it inside, make sure I'm making good contact, then touch the ground. And you should hear an audible, and then I should get a reading on my multimeter, and there's no noise. And I check to make sure that's the noise you should hear.
Right.
So I think our ignition coil is deficient.
Oh.
But if it's that simple, it's actually a pretty easy replacement. A couple of bolts.
Cool.
And hopefully I can source one here in Turkey. That's the question.
Yes.
So I think we should be able to find it. So we'll see what we get. Just typical maintenance. Our port light, the red light, the bulb went out. We're right over the water, so make sure you don't drop the screw. That's always a bad day. About that tight. And there you go. It's just that easy. Boat maintenance.
Just taking care of a few projects here and there.
Here and there.
Yeah. So earlier in the season, I did a major treatment on the helms, and I'm still working on just reconditioning the leather. It's still pretty dry. So I'm just generally continuing to apply some lotion on occasion, some leather lotion, to try and re-moisten it and extend the life of our helms. So pretty simple, just applying some leather lotion. Odds and ends. This is what we do in our downtime. A new country, a new day.
Hey.
The explorations.
Yeah.
So just the
More
simple.
garbage?
Yeah.
New what?
The simple task of trying to find where to dump our garbage sometimes is it's a thing. So we're here in Didim, And we're gonna explore today. There's Apollo's temple, which looks like a really large,
Big.
yeah, site. So we're pretty excited about seeing that. So yeah, come join us.
100?
Yeah.
Oh, how come the little chip is red?
Because I need to delete some of the items
Oh,
on there.
shit.
I didn't
She's
realize
not
it
doing her
was
job, people. The camera
My
just
SIM card.
flashed at me, said she has 500 things on this SIM card. It's almost full.
that. Yeah, it's almost full.
One job, people. She's got one job.
One of many. I love exploring new countries. It's so cool to go in and see all the things. So walked by a slushie machine. I might as well be at 7-Eleven with a slushie. Yes, please.
All right, quick thought. One of the most interesting things every time we come into a new country is just kind of learning the flow of the new country. The people, customs, habits, trying to learn some basic language skills. Hello, goodbye, please, thank you, those kind of things. But every country has its own kind of flair and flavor and tempo. Tempo, yeah?
Yeah.
So it always takes us a couple weeks. That's why it's nice that we're here for 90 days, because we get a chance to actually, acclimatize? No, acclimate? Yeah, acclimate to the tempo and flow of the specific country we're in. So Turkey's proven to be pretty cool so far. Pretty excited about it. So yeah, just a quick thought.
So we have a couple of escorts as we're walking up to the temple. As we cross the street, he barks for us. I know it's not really for us, but he barks and makes sure that it's safe for us to cross the street. He's just hanging out with us. It's all good. We found the Temple of Apollo.
All right. Okay, so this is definitely hands down one of the biggest places we've been so far, as far as size of the find and temple.
Yeah.
Whoa, did you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
We're falling down here.
It's okay.
Careful.
Yeah.
She lost her footing.
Thanks.
It happens. Anyway, this complex is huge.
Yeah.
Pretty
wow.
excited about going through it.
Religious events at the sanctuary of Apollo. It was established at least as early as 300 BC. The festivals in Didim include an annual feast with athletic and musical competitions, whose victors were often honored with statues. Although none of these statues have survived, their bases, with engraved wreaths and inscriptions, are an indispensable source for understanding the program of the festival. Kithra and flute players, trumpeters, actors, pantomime artists, and orators competed with one another, while athletic games included wrestling and different kinds of races, such as the torch relays. Most of the athletic contests took place in a stadium, whose remains are preserved to the south of the temple, scratched into the marble benches on one side of the stadium. Numerous inscriptions marked seats reserved for particular spectators. On the opposite side, the two lowermost steps of a stone grandstand are preserved. Traces of the starting lines were discovered in the east of the terrace wall. The contests in the performing arts took place in a theater, recently discovered in 2010 and 2011. to the south of the stadium, outside the current borders of the temple area. In order to protect the archaeological remains after excavation, the theater was backfilled with earth, and so it's no longer available to view. Architectural remains from the Byzantine period are on display in the area between the stairs of the temple and the grandstand of the stadium. They belong to a church that was built into the courtyard of the temple. Cool.
Alright, so I think they've done a recreation to show the height. This is what these tall ones are in back here, so it kind of gives you an idea of how high it is. It's pretty interesting to walk through this gallery of columns and think that they were all that tall. This would have been pretty grand. Would have been pretty spectacular, I think. All of these columns. Oh, hello, darling.
Hello. This is cool.
Columns that have just fallen. They just lay like timbers. Kind of crazy. They're spaced just so right now.
Yeah.
But you can walk through them. Like I said, like fallen timber. There's the base. And just fell like domino chips down.
Yep.
Kind of cool.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our video, like and subscribe. And don't forget to join us next week.